Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master 8 Days in 18-karat rose gold. You can see and you can purchase this double-digit date, power reserve, 8-day autonomy manual winding timepiece on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images to your desktop, and of course complete pricing details for this Jaeger-LeCoultre Master 8 Days. Now, this watch debuted in the mid-2000s as a round case adaptation of the movement, the 8-day movement, originally created for the 70th anniversary Reverso in the early part of the decade. Now, this watch on my wrist is a completely different profile than a Reverso, so you get a decidedly different character with the same mechanical sophistication. Now, the timepiece is 41.5 millimeters across the round of the case, so it does have a modern, large stance for a dress watch. From lug to lug, it's manageable at 49.6 millimeters across the wrist, and in terms of thickness, well, frankly, it isn't. 11 millimeters thick with a generously sloped conical bezel, it easily slides underneath a dress cuff or a tight formal sleeve. Now, in rose gold, the watch is hefty, and the heft satisfies. It feels like a premium timepiece, and to those who will never warm up to the idea of a composite, aluminum, carbon fiber, or ceramic, or titanium watch case, there is no substitute for precious metal, and you get a lot of it here. The strap is wonderfully slim, black. You can see it's a monotone stitch with a folded edge. Supple calfskin on the underside. Being exceptionally thin, it's also exceptionally pliant and flexible, so very comfortable. You get a deluxe matching 18-karat rose gold Jaeger-LeCoultre double folding buckle. You can see fully finished inside and out in high polish. It gives you security and a little bit of insurance against accidental droppage while donning or removing. Because it is fairly weighty in its own right, it provides a little bit of a counterweight to the watch. Should you prefer to wear your watch loose on the wrist, it's not going to pivot a great deal because it almost has like a little keel or a counterweight on the bottom. Another feature I like about JLC's double-to-point clasp is that it's curved, so it traces the curve of the underside of your wrist. Very comfortable. Now, the case is simple. You can see it has a little bit of a bevel to the edge of its lug that gets a little bit lost because the lug top and the lug flank are both in high polish, but there is a little bit of a radiused curvature that deviates from the case flank and the lug top, and it expresses itself in the form of an elegant and subtle bevel. The case flank, all in high polish, features two strong character lines, one at the back where the case back joins the mid case, and one at the top where the knife edge of the conical bezel joins the case band. The watch has a silvered matte finish dial. It's not a sunburst, it's a matte metallic, minimally luminescent outboard of each hour index. You can also see there's a small bit of lume on the alpha style rose gold hands at center. Now, it is an upscale dial with all applied, faceted and polished rose gold dart style indices to complement the four corners, 3, 6, 9, and 12. A lot of complication going on here. You have an AM/PM indicator at about 1:30. You have the double-digit date at about 7:30. You have a small seconds with quadrant bullseye style deviation, and of course you can see there is a alpha blued hand tracing the reserve de marche. The reserve de marche energized by winding the timepiece manually. JLC believed that you shouldn't have to wind 150 times to energize a high power reserve movement, so you only need roughly 55 to 60 turns to give this watch its full 8 days of autonomy. Now, the watch also features, thanks to its caliber 877, a quick set functionality for the date, and if I can just activate there it is, the quick set for the date. The watch also features hacking seconds, so when you pull the crown, you do stop the seconds hand, and you can synchronize the watch precisely to a reference time. 8 days of power reserve, nevertheless, the watch is accurate to the second, and that in large part thanks to the caliber 877. Now, you can see on the back, manually wound with gorgeous Côte de Soleil radiating out from the balance. The balance beats at 4 Hz or 28,800 vibrations per hour. It features a beautiful swan's neck regulating device for fine adjustments, and cobalt blued screws. So you can see you have screw sinks with the cobalt blue screws as well as jewel sinks with the beautiful violet pivot jewels. There's quite a bit of color on this case back, and the Côte de Soleil was originally debuted on upscale white gold and rose gold caliber Reverso models. So this watch has quite a bit of high horology DNA, not just in its engineering, but also in its finishing. It's quite beautiful. Now the watch features 5 ATM water resistance, so solidly more than the 3 ATM you expect in the dress watch class, but it's no sports watch. You're going to want to keep this one high and dry for the most part. One of the most elegant, versatile, and enduringly appealing Jaeger-LeCoultre models from the mid-2000s. You can see and you can purchase this Master 8 Days in 18 karat rose gold on our website.